Delaying 2021 elections to 2024 is unconstitutional. Herman Mashaba to Julius Malema. What's Mr. Mashaba saying? A delay of 2021 local government elections to 2024 as a called on the Thursday by the EFF would create a constitutional crisis, says Herman Mashaba, president of ActionSA. Now, Herman Mashaba was part of the DA and was the mayor of Johannesburg. Now he left DA, has started his own political association called ActionSA in collaboration with Musi Maimane. The proposal by the EFF, Julius Malema, said is grossly irresponsible and hypocritical for a man who once labeled Jacob Zuma a constitutional delinquent. Now, this is words by Herman Mashaba responding to Julius Malema says, because currently now we're in a wave of corona pandemic, why don't we delay local government elections to 2024 instead of doing them in 2021? Herman Mashaba said delaying the 2021 election will generate a constitutional crisis of municipality government operating without a mandate they require from South Africans. All right. Malema and EFF have no ability to access what infected levels of COVID-19 will be in 7 to 9 months when the 2021 local government elections are expected to take place, and what threats an election may or may not present to health and safety of South Africans, said the former Johannesburg Mayor Herman Mashaba. But why is he forcing this? Does he think he will win a local election where is he operating? Herman Mashaba is the co-founder of Black Like Me. He's quite a well-known businessman, but he wants to force to have local elections. And Julius Malema says, no, let's prolong them to 2024. Is it good or is it bad? You can comment if whether it's bad or good, because these two are fighting. Herman Mashaba wants to push in because of he's a political organization without managing any metros currently now. And he wants to have a seat in one of the metros. He wants to have his action. He wants to be there. He wants to start campaigning. That's his side. He wants to start campaigning. And EFF, partnership with other political organizations on other metros, he's saying, Julius Malema is saying, okay, no, it's fine. Let's delay, because currently we can't force South Africans to go and vote at 2021 elections to vote for local government and to be in control of the metros, because of we currently experiencing waves of coronaviruses. Gatherings under lockdown level 3s are not even allowed, and if we have to gather and go to voting stations, might cause a serious outbreak of coronavirus. In July, ANC General S. Makhashula said that the party National Executive Committee had thrown its weight behind a proposal for electoral reform which would see a single election as opposed to two separate events. He said the party will hold talks with other parties who share the same views, given that such a change would require an amendment to the constitution. All right, I get it now. Delaying the elections is part of tarnishing and being against the Constitution of South Africa. But currently now, the Constitution of South Africa doesn't actually favor us to be in a gathered environment, to actually go out and vote. Now, Mr. Makhashule says that, no, we'll sit with other people, other political organizations, and then we have a talk. And then after having conversation, we'll decide if what we want to amend this, and then present it to Constitutional Court, and then Constitutional Court will give us a go-ahead, and then we'll postpone the local government elections by 2024. We need to get this virus down by having elections. Currently now, by having elections and getting people to vote, it's part of increasing the wave of coronavirus. Even though we know that having a vaccine is coming, but Yemen say, but if we're having a vaccine that's coming, will be by the time local elections get there, we'll be vaccinated, we'll have the vaccine. Yeah and no. Well, another argument on backing up Mr. Mashaba is that USA had elections, national elections during the pandemic. Why not us? Why don't we have this? I mean, if USA did that during heavy storms of coronavirus pandemic, why not South Africans? Well, Mr. Mashaba, we're two different countries with different values and behavior mechanism. We can't be like USA. Some of us will be chanting, will be doing unnecessary things. So you can gather us. Some of us can control, especially local elections, political parties. Some will fight against each other, and having them to fight during this war of pandemic, it's not advisable. So, Mr. Mashaba, no.